Welcome back, developers. Hope you're hydrated and ready for today's lesson. If you haven't already subscribed, you're letting me down. Hit that subscribe button as I continue making amazing tutorials for you. Appreciate, hit the subscribe button, and if you are smart enough and already have done that, then just smash that like button to help other developers get this video to them. So welcome. Today's lesson will be going over strings. So this is exactly what we'll be going through: introduction to strings, how to escape characters, string positioning, slicing strings, strings concatenation, multiplying strings, and strings methods. It shouldn't sound complex. Let me just erase this. Just simple. So first, let me just show you an example of strings. So let's just type that in. I'm commenting this out. That is strings for you. Okay, so in Python, let me just say basic string. I'll assign this, and that's a string. What is this? I should just call this string. String is hello, and we can just print out this string. Okay. Shouldn't do that. Let's just say. It seems that you can't name a string. I don't know. Let's just do this. You can just print this. You have to indent that. Is going on here? Indentation error, unexpected indent. Where have I? Oh, time. Okay, seriously. Okay, there, we're back rolling. So that's basically strings in Python. Well, there's another format. You can also do it this way. You don't need to use double quotes. You can use single, and it should still work just fine. Run that, and you can see it works. But here's the thing: what if we wanted to print out Fortune's channel? Channel is awesome. This will throw us back an error, invalid syntax. A simple way to fix this is we could just change this to double quotes, but that's just avoiding the problem, because we can just also do something known as escaping characters. So let me just comment that out. Escaping characters. So what I would do, let me change this back to single, is what Python does is it goes through this and considers this a string. So Python doesn't know what the heck you're writing after this, so it just throws you back an error. What we can do is use this symbol, the backslash, like this, and that way Python escapes this string and just ignores it, and therefore the whole Fortune's channel is awesome is considered one string. So if we run this, we get Fortune's channel is awesome. So that's simply escaping a character in Python. So what I want to show you next is string positioning. String positioning. So what it is, let's say this, change this back to Fortune. So this is how Python works. Let me just get rid of this and do some commenting. So it starts counting strings from 0. So F is at position 0, O is at position 1, I is at position 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. wait, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 7. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. So if I wanted to like print this out, we can do this in what we now call deem as slicing strings. So I could slice this up based on the positioning. Like I could say print, then do my name, but in here I do position 0. So this should just print out F. There you go, it prints out F because F is at the first position, and so on and so forth. I could print out 6, it brings back E. So but what if we wanted to print out like a large part of this? So what we can simply do is just tell it head over from point 0 and then head over to, we want until 4th, so that's 0 1 2 3 4, because the last, you see this, it includes 0, but it won't include the 4th one. So 0 1 2 3 4, the U won't be included, so we expect it to print out 4th, and there you go, 4th. Also there's another way of doing this. You can also do like negative. You can print out negative values this way. Here's another way of positioning in Python. This is -1, this is -2, -3, -1, -2, -3. You get me? So let's just do that. -1, you should get an E printed out. E, okay. You say -4, for instance, will bring you T. So I hope you see that order, but let's just stick to the first one. So we want to print out fortune, so let's just say 0 2 7, no way, to 6. Okay, and that, and we should get fortune without the E. So that's slicing strings for you. How about string concatenation? Fancy, but don't worry, it's not that difficult. It's not difficult at all. String concatenation. What this simply means is adding two strings together. Like my name is Fortune, then second name is Langat. So if I wanted to add this, I could just say print, then if I print my name, it will bring out Fortune. If I print second name, it will bring out Langat. But what if I want them both? So I just say my name and use the plus sign to add the second string. So just say and second name. Boom. So once I run this, you get Fortune Langat. But what if I want a space between this? You can just concatenate an empty string like such, and then put back the plus sign, and once I run this, I will get Fortune Langat. Beautiful. So that's string concatenation for you. And then let's go to multiplying strings. I know it sounds like math, but what it really does, it repeats the string several times over. So let's just do, let me get rid of this second name and this. So we could just repeat this as many times as possible. Let's do 5, and then once you run that, you get Fortune 5 times. It doesn't seem useful now, but you will see its use later in the series. So what's more left to teach? Okay, we have string methods in Python. So what a method is are predefined functions which are built into Python that enable you to do some stuff. Like if I wanted this name to be in capital, there's a function which, and by the way, methods in Python, you do like this. it starts with a period, then whatever method like this. So this method is known as upper, and what it does is it makes whatever string uppercase. So you can just pass it in and say dot upper like such. So it will just print out my name but as a capital. But please note that this does not affect the original variable. Like if I print out, let me just comment out this. If I print out my name, it will still remain in the small letters because we could just do this. We can reassign this. So what we do is reassign my name equals my name. Like such. So that way once we print my name, it's always backed. It has now become permanently uppercase. There is another function, method in Python known as split, and this enables you to split strings. Okay, let me just demonstrate. Okay, if I had strings like fruits, no, birds, let's say birds, let's say Kevin, then Dave, what am I doing? Dave, and then Otto. Don't know if that sounds like a believable body name. So these are my birds, okay? My birds. I could just print birds. And it will bring me Kevin, Dave, and Otto. But this method allows you to split them up. Like if I wanted to see my birds individually, so I could just do the method and then just split up these guys. Split up my dudes, and this method will split up the birds into Kevin, Dave, and Otto in their own different strings. Okay, hope that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, ouch. Okay, last but not least, we cannot go over all the string methods, by the way, in one video. That will not be possible, but we'll use them a lot in the series until eventually it will just be at your fingertips. So there is one last function though, which I would like you to know. Method. Why do I keep confusing this? The length of a string. Let's say I have a string called, let's just keep going with my name. I don't know why. Just an example. Let me, for tutorial purposes, I'm making my name longer. Okay. Obviously, we can just count this and see how many characters it has. But if we wanted to know how many it has, we can just print out, then use a method called length. And this method, you pass in the string as an argument. So like this, length. So that's the method, and you pass in the string as the argument. So we just pass in my name and hit run and run that. So you get 13. So there are 13 characters in that string. Okay, so I don't think there's any way you can do much more than that on strings. So hopefully this was nice and explanatory enough for you. If there's something that's not clear, go down to the comment section, let me know. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.